My name is Cheeseborough. I'm a candidate with the Animal Protection Party of Canada for the Kamloops-Thompson-Cariboo riding. I'm 25 years old, born and raised in Kamloops, BC, and I'm a third-year Bachelor of Social Work student at Thompson Rivers University. I've always been empathetic and compassionate for animals, growing up being a vegetarian for 8 years and now being a vegan for a year and 9 months. My top priority for the riding is to address the environmental impacts animal agriculture has, especially in regards to climate breakdown. It's something that's not being talked about, and I want to really bring in that narrative when it comes to looking at how we can, on an individual and a system level, address climate change. Another thing I think is really important is for us to look at economic sustainability. So this is kind of reforming some of the jobs that we have and redirecting funding into certain industries to help transition workers into new industries. Access to education is a fundamental right for every single person in our society, and a highly educated society leads to higher quality of life. That being said, we should be making post-secondary tuition free for students. We should also be forgiving federal student loan debts and also creating more transitional aid programs for especially Indigenous people who are wanting to pursue post-secondary education. One of the first things that we should be looking at is implementing universal basic income, especially for those who are currently on a low income. This will help create an equitable starting point to securing housing. However, this does need to run in conjunction with rent control legislation to prevent inflation from occurring. We should also be looking at prioritizing subsidized multi-unit homes for students, the elderly, single parents, and other low-income individuals. And we should also prevent and regulate gentrification and capital investors, as that can cause rising costs in housing as well. In terms of labor industries, we should be looking at creating new jobs that goes beyond just the extraction of raw resources. So these new jobs can help focus on artisan skills or skills that students will be leaving university with to be able to create high quality finished products within Canada. Outside of labor industries, we should be putting more value and funding into professions that are foundational to developing a just society, such as teachers, social workers, scientists, researchers, and so on. One thing that I hope to see by 2030 is that we're phased out of all animal agriculture industries, especially keeping in mind the context of the harms that it does to the environment when we think of climate breakdown. We should also be phasing out of the fossil fuel industries, redirecting the subsidies that are going into the industry currently to retrain workers in alternate energy industries. I also hope that every single community in Canada will have access to clean drinking water by 2030, if not sooner. And we should also have in every city comprehensive composting and recycling centers. And something that I think is incredibly important is that we have worked on returning land sovereignty to Indigenous communities across Canada. Definitely a night owl. Vegan sushi. The Beatles. Staycation with my kitty. Herbal tea. Banana chocolate chip pancakes. Good mountain view. I love turkeys, they're so cute. A winery, yeah. Delivery. I would love to be in a cabin in the mountains, and then that way I can kind of be close to nature. I love knee-high socks.